So this is just a real quick tutorial, or I should say even just an introduction about how to use Google Sites. Now, Google Sites has changed. This is the quote unquote new Google Sites right now. There's a couple ways you can get to making a new site. First off, if you start in your Drive, you can always go to New, and you scroll down to More, and then More you can find here at Google Sites. Or if you didn't want to do it that way, you can go to sites.google.com/new, and that will bring you here. And all you have to simply do is click on this little plus button down here, and that creates your new site. So as that's creating, we'll wait for it to load up here. Here's where you have to label some stuff. Now, you're going to have to label it kind of two times. This label up here is how it's going to be stored in your Drive. So, you don't want to call it something weird. Make it something that makes sense. This site name is going to be the one that's officially on the site itself. So when other people view your site, that's going to be the site name. You have your title here. There's lots of things you can do in terms of the visual of this. You can change what type of header you have. You can change the images. They have some preloaded stuff. You can upload things. If you go over here to themes, you can change the theme of overall how your page looks. There's a whole bunch of different things you can pick. And that's kind of where you start customizing things. Then in terms of adding stuff, you can edit in a couple ways. One is you double click and it gives you this little wheel and lets you kind of pull things in. So you can upload files, you can insert images. Most of those are from your Drive. You can add text, all sorts of different things like that. Then you can add additional pages to this and change how they're ordered. So if you want to make a page for each unit you're working on or each project you're working on, you can click that and add a new page to it. If you want to have somebody help you out with this, whether it's editing or whatever it is, if you click on Add Editors, you can add people by their email address. It's similar to how you would collaborate with a Google Doc or Google Sheets or Google Slides. The difference is that you can only give the person editing rights or make them the owner. So it's kind of one or the other. So they would have full rights to edit your document. So you won't want to do this with just anybody. It has to be somebody you trust. So I'm going to cancel that because I don't need to add anybody right now. If you want to see what this looks like at any point in time, if you hit this preview button, this is what your Google site would look like if someone went to it. So that's what you can actually see it on different platforms as well. So this is a tablet view. If you click on there, or that's what it's going to look like on a phone. Okay. So we X out of that. And then finally, when you're finished or you have what you deem as enough to publish, you simply come up here and click the publish button, and that makes it live on the internet. So that's kind of the really basic breakdown of how you use Google Sites and how you start a new site and get that up and running.